We request all the directors to turn on the cameras, please. Thank you.
To start now.
Sure.
अरे शुरू हो रहा है मीटिंग पर उसके बाद हो जाएगा
सर लिखते ही हुआ
मीटिंग के बाद
नहीं सर ये तो अभी जस्ट डायरेक्टर सर अभी रिपोर्ट
थैंक यू
कम you should work उधर से नहीं दिख रहा है
डायरेक्टर सर थैंक यू Once again, wish you a very happy birthday. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, sure. Please. Directors can hear us now? They are all muted. They are part of this group now, no? So they can hear sir, no? तो उनको unmute कर दीजिए. Morning, sir.
We can hear you. At least I can hear you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good morning.
All well, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we'll just start in a minute.
Good morning, sir. You may proceed with the meeting, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sangramjit Sarangi, President CFO of your company, warmly welcomes you at the 22nd Annual General Meeting. Before we commence the proceedings, I wish to introduce the board members. We have with us Mr. Dinesh Kumar Khara, our Chairman, Mr. Swaminathan Janakiraman, our Nominee Director, SBI, Mr. Deepak Amin, Mr. Narayan K. Seshadri, Chairman, Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Mr. Sovinder Duggal, Dr. Tajinder Vermohan Bhasin, Chairman, Stakeholder Relationship Committee, Independent Directors of the company, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sharma, our Managing Director and CEO of your company, members of Senior Management Team, and Mr. Bunyat Koende, our Company Secretary. Authorized representative of our joint statutory auditors for financial year 21-22, Mrs. S.C. Bapna and Associates and Mrs. S.K. Patodia and Associates are present in the meeting. Along with them, a representative of Mrs. N.L. Bhatia and Associates, Secretarial Auditor, has also joined the meeting. We believe that all our members are participating in the meeting, preferably through devices such as laptops, desktops, for better experience, and have stable Wi-Fi or LAN connection to avoid any kind of technical disturbances. For smooth conduct of the meeting, lines of all members would be unmuted who have registered while they are sharing their views. Further, the transcript of the meeting shall be made available on the website of the company as soon as possible after the conclusion of the meeting. Now I request our MD, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sharma, to welcome you all.
Thank you, Sangram, President and CFO. I am deeply honored to welcome all of you to the 22nd Annual General Meeting of SBI Life Insurance for the financial year 2021-22 being held today. I hope and wish all of you and every member of your family are in the best of health. The year being on the path of economic recovery for the world, and despite a challenging macroeconomic environment and disruptions due to the pandemic, your company has emerged stronger and more resilient, once again outperforming the industry average. We are happy to share the same with you. I look forward to your active participation, confidence and support in the forthcoming years. Before we proceed further, I wish to bring to your notice that in terms of the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, The company has provided facility to its members to cast their votes electronically, that is through remote e-voting module administered by KFin Technologies Limited on all the resolutions set out in the notice. Trust all of you have referred to the general instructions for e-voting and for participating in this meeting. In case of members facing any difficulty while participating in the meeting or in casting their votes through e-voting, you may kindly reach us on the helpline numbers given under e-voting instructions. I now request Mr. Dinesh Kumar Khara, Chairman, to initiate the meeting.
Thank you very much. Dear members, very good afternoon to all of you. At the very onset, let me wish all of you and your family members the best of health and well-being. The global economy was on the path of recovery in 21-22, post significant disruptions due to COVID-19 pandemic. Vaccinations have proven effective in mitigating the adverse health impact of COVID-19. On behalf of Board of Directors, I warmly welcome you all to the annual general meeting of the company. I would also like to thank you for sparing the time to be with us today and for your continued faith and support to the company. I've been informed that the requisite quorum is present. I accordingly call the meeting to order. I would like to apprise you that Mr. Bhaskar Upadhyay, partner, Messrs. NL Bhatia and Associate, practicing company secretaries, appointed as scrutinizers, is present at the meeting. The result will be announced on or before August 31st, 22. Further, the results will also be placed on the website of the company and on the website of the KFin Technologies Limited, along with the scrutinizers report. Since there are no qualifications, observations, or comment on financial statements or matters which may have any adverse impact on the functioning of the company in the auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report, the same are not required to be read. I am pleased to report that financial year 22 was another good year for the company. The financial performance of the company for the financial year 21-22 has been dealt with comprehensively in the annual report, which is already available with you. This year, the company has prepared its fourth integrated annual report, which provides insight about how the company creates value in the short term and long term by sharing financial as well as non-financial information. The integrated annual report also contains the report of the auditors, report of the directors, the management discussion and the analysis, the report of the statutory auditors, and the annual account for the year ended 31st March 22. Let me briefly recall the highlights of the report. Let me briefly recall the highlights of the performance as at 31st of March 22. In financial year 22, the life insurance industry has seen a growth of 13% in the new business premium. Growing middle class and young insurable population, along with the growing awareness for protection and retirement planning, will be factors leading to the growth of life insurance in India. Indian insurance industry is expected to focus more on customer centricity and overall digital enablement going forward, in line with the vision of the regulator for increase in the insurance penetration and insurance density in the country. The company has yet again delivered an outstanding performance on both financial and operational parameters across all various segments. I am pleased with the leadership position that we have maintained in the private life insurance industry through our multi-channel distribution network, robust management expertise, and best-in-class customer service. Individual business has always been a focus area for the company. Individual new business premium has grown to rupees 16,500 crores, registered a YOY growth of 32%. During the year, total 19.2 lakh policies were issued and registered growth of 16% over previous year. The company maintained its leadership position in individual rated new business premium, which stands at 12,872 crores, growth of 26%, leading to private market share of 23.4% and overall market share of 14.7% in financial year 22. Our efforts of focusing on the renewal premium continue to pay off. Renewal premium collections has grown by 12% to rupees 33,302 crores in financial year 22 and accounts for 57% of the gross written premium.
Our gross written premium has grown to rupees 58,760 crore, registering 17% YOY growth in financial year 22. In our new business product mix, individual saving business has shown growth of 32%, of which ULIP segment grew by 32%, non-par annuity by 49%, and non-par others by 62%. The protection business, which contributes 12% of the total new business premium, has grown by 24%. We continue to leverage our strong distribution network to ensure profitable growth. New business premium through bancassurance channel registered a growth of 17%, which contributed 53% of the new business premium, and our productive agency network grew by 30% and contributed 18% of the new business premium. Other channels, direct, corporate agent, broker, online, and web aggregators grew by 33% and contributed 29% of the new business premium. We continue to maintain high level of cost efficiencies. For financial year 22, our OPEX ratio stood at 5.1% as compared to 4.8% for financial year 21. The company's profit after tax for the year ended March 31st, 22 is at rupees 1,506 crores as compared to 1,456 crores previous year, a growth of 3%. During the year, we declared an interim dividend of rupees 2 per share. The company's Indian embedded value as of March 31st, 22 stands at rupees 39,625 crores. Value of new business is rupees 3,704 crores and new business margin is at 25.9% for financial year 22. We have achieved a strong 13th month persistency of 88.5%, 88.35% in financial year 22 as compared to 87.92% in financial year 21. 61st month persistency has improved to 61.98% in financial year 22 as compared to 61.63% in financial year 21. Company's net worth has increased by 12% from 10,400 crores as of March 31st, 21 to 11,621 crores as of March 31st, 2022. We are amongst the largest fund managers in India with asset under management of rupees 2,67,409 crores and debt equity mix of 71 to 29 as on March 31st, 22. We have the highest AGM across the private market in life insurance industry as on March 31st, 2022. Enhancing customer focus through digitization remained our key focus for financial year 22. Customer centricity is at the heart of all our activities, and we are swiftly embracing evolving technology trends to meet customer requirements in a timely manner. During the pandemic, company has continued to provide uninterrupted services to its customers and distributors through digital platforms. Automation and digitization have significantly enhanced customer experience, and straight-through processing is now used for close to 1/3 of the business. Information and cybersecurity have been given utmost importance, along with the business continuity and safety of its employee and the distribution partner. As a responsible corporate citizen, we recognize that our success is not possible without the benign support of the communities we serve. This year, the company has contributed in education, healthcare facilities, along with support towards COVID-19 relief, environmental conservation, and disaster relief. The amount of CSR expenditure during financial year 22 is rupees 26.73 crore, impacting 2 lakh plus beneficiaries. We continue to move forward to fulfill your company's mission by offering products to cater various customer segments and address different life stage requirements. We are committed to grow all lines of business as well as including the protection business in order to continue having a fairly well-balanced portfolio. As the most trusted life insurance company, we continue to deliver a wide range of products and services in the remotest corner with a widespread distribution network and create a circle of togetherness that powers our abilities to deliver sustained value to all our stakeholders.
On behalf of the management and the board, I assure you that we will continue to set new benchmarks in the life insurance industry in terms of business growth and enhanced customer satisfaction. Speaking about the management team and thousands of motivated employees of the company, it is the resilience of this team that has helped the company to deliver strong financial performance. I sincerely and gratefully acknowledge the unstinted support and wise counsel provided by my colleagues on the board. Before I conclude, on behalf of the company, I wish to place on record our gratitude to all our stakeholders, customers, distributors, and regulatory authorities for their continued support and for reposing trust in us. Thank you. I understand that members desirous of speaking have already registered as speakers. With due respect to other speakers and time, I request you to kindly be brief and restrict your questions to matters as set out in the notice, annual accounts and operation of your company for financial year 21-22. Now I request Mr. Vinod Kande, Company Secretary, to start the question and answer session.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. We have a list of members who have registered to share their views. Trust member would have ensured availability of all the technical support as mentioned earlier, including the device with a camera or webcam, along with a good network to avoid any disruption while you are participating in the meeting. I would request them to be ready when the moderator will call out their names to share their views or ask the question. Also, a request to the members to restrict their views question for about 3 minutes. Q&A session will be moderated by Mr. S.V. Raju. Over to the moderator.
Thank you, sir. We request our first speaker, Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. No response received. We move on to our next speaker, Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala. Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Chairman. आपको मेरा आवाज आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
सर, good morning, sir. और अपना डायनेमिक चेयर सेक्रेटरी, अपना विनोद सर, हार्ड वर्किंग सेक्रेटरी है, सर. अपने रिपोर्ट से वहाँ पे सर, उन्होंने आपका एनुअल रिपोर्ट के बारे में क्या बोलूं सर? इतना रिपोर्ट मेरे पास कोई शब्द नहीं सर. मैं जानना चाहता हूँ पूरा स्टाफ अपने पास कितना काम करता है, और एक्टिविटीज में आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है. जान के मेरी खुशी हुई सर. मेरा ब्रांच यूको ब्रांच अपना कालवाडीवी में, वहाँ पे अपना लाइफ LIC आपका कंपनी का ही वहाँ पे एजेंट है. मतलब सर जानना चाहता हूँ अपना टोटल अपना LIC अपना एजेंट है सर. एजेंट नंबर अपना एजेंट कहाँ पे मैं जानना चाहता हूँ. और सर चेयरमैन आपको सब रिजल्ट सपोर्ट करता हूँ, और मैंने वोट अपने फेवर में और चाहता हूँ आज अपने बोनस कब दिया था सर? एम्प्लॉय स्ट्रेंथ क्या है सर? टोटल नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज सर तो कुछ नहीं पूछता सर, क्योंकि आज बोर्ड मीटिंग चल रही है, तो इसके लिए मैं यहाँ पे करना चाहता हूँ सर. हो सके तो मैं फिजिकल मीट कर सकती है, और हो सके तो आपका जानना चाहता हूँ सर आपकी तबियत हेल्थ वेल अपने विनोद सर जो अपने हार्ड वर्किंग उनकी तरफ से आया था सर. मैं ज्वाइन की मीटिंग चल रही है बहुत SBI ग्रुप कंपनी सर. मुझे बहुत गर्व की बात है कि इतनी अच्छी कंपनी होल्डर हूँ सर. और सर आपने डिविडेंड भी अच्छा दिया, और अपना 481 पेजेस का आपने बैलेंस और अपने अवार्ड दिया है, अवार्ड विन किया है सर. उनकी भी मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है सर. मेरा सीना खुश होता है. इतना अच्छी बैलेंस शीट आपने बनाया है सर. मैं क्या बोलूं इस बैलेंस शीट के बारे में. एक्सीलेंट बैलेंस शीट विनोद सर. थैंक यू फॉर विनोद सर फॉर गिविंग एंड सेंडिंग द बैलेंस शीट. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. नथिंग मोर टू ऐड सर. COVID anyone affected COVID-19 anyone affected from our staff sir? I would like to know. Nothing more to add speak. Thank you very much. May God bless our company. I end with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will answer all the questions. Once the questions are there, we will answer them.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Asha Jamandas Harijani. Asha Jamandas Harijani, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, please. Sorry, sir. Asha Jamandas has not joined. We now move on to our next speaker, Dinesh Gopal Das Bhatia. Mr. Dinesh Gopal Das Bhatia, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Dinesh Gopal Das Bhatia, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Sorry, sir, no response received. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Vinay Vishnu Baide. Mr. Vinay Vishnu Baide, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera.
सर मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर? हेलो, दिनेश भाटिया बोलता हूँ मैं सर.
Yes, Mr. Dinesh, you may proceed, sir. Thank you.
हाँ, ये क्या आपके इधर से अनम्यूट नहीं मिला है, तो जब तक आप ओके नहीं करेंगे तो मैं कैसा बोल सकूंगा सर? ठीक है, आपने जो ये चांस दिया मेरे वो उसके लिए थैंक.
Dinesh sir, you may proceed, sir. Mr. Dinesh Gopal Das Bhatia, you may proceed, sir. You are audible. Sorry, sir. I think we have lost his connection. I now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Vinay Vishnu Baide. Mr. Vinay Vishnu Baide, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Vinay Vishnu Baide has not joined the meeting, sir. I now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Aspi Bamansha Basania. Mr. Aspi Bamansha Basania, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Aspi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir. Very clear.
And can you see me also?
Not yet, sir. Yes, sir. Your camera is on, sir. You may proceed, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. Sir, this is the 22nd AGM. So what are your plans for the 25th year? You have to plan well in advance. Sir, at the outset, I welcome Mr. Swaminathan Janki Raman as the nominee director of SBI. I hope he takes care of the retail shareholders also and not only of SBI. The first quarter, income was very good, but profit is down. Why? And same is the case with the full year also. Last year, 22, the top line has increased, but the bottom line has not increased. So Q1 investment income is 175 crore. It was 238 crore in Q4 of last year and 282 crore in Q1 of last year. Why is investment income reducing? Because we are not in interest-bearing securities or anything, so that our investment income will reduce. So expenses management ratio is 11% for this quarter, Q1. Then Q4 last year it was 9%, and Q1 last year was 10%. So why is it increasing again? So then persistency ratio for Q1 for 61st month is 51%, which is very good. Then please take care of the profits. The income is increasing, but the profits are not increasing. Thank you very much, and I thank the company secretary for giving me an opportunity to talk. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Hiranand Kotwani. Mr. Hiranand Kotwani, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr.
Yes, I am audible. Yeah. I am audible.
You're audible, sir. You're visible, sir.
Yes,
Kindly
yes.
proceed.
Yes. Namaste to all. It is a great pleasure to join you. Again, Mr. State Bank Chairman, great man. Certainly, salute to him. He is doing well in the State Bank, in particular in this also. More than 50% holding of State Bank, this insurance company. Long way to go. It's a great asset to the nation also, this insurance company. Insurance business is a long way. Into the new, particularly 1 decade old. So certainly I want to know, Mr. Chairman, how the growth and future will be. In how global market, Indian market is there, and you are doing well. I heard you that your growth and the premium, you are also good, but excellence yet to come. I know that you are working hard work and your team is good to tap the market. How you see the Indian market and Indian growth you can tap in the other area, in particular digitalization. You said that one of your balance sheet, there's a demat insurance. I want to know from you the demat insurance. And it is the same, the demat account, we use the security. In that demat, we can put this insurance there. I want to know from you that demat insurance, how you are dematting. I want demat life insurance. And is there any company to do other business, particularly we are in life insurance? Can any move to other insurance? That death was there, but there's shops, medical. Is there any move in your mind in future or growth in other verticals? If you can elaborate, then it is very nice to me. No, because you are elaborated all these things, nothing more to add. How your premium is invested in which area? The government department wholly or other? Because huge amount come to you as a premium. How you are going to invest and save? I want to your call on this. Thank you and good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas. Ms. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, ma'am. Ms. Celestine.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Can you hear me?
You're audible, ma'am. Kindly proceed.
I am audible now. 1 second, because today I don't know how many meetings at a time. Just 1 second. Respected Chairman, Mr. Dinesh Kumar Kher, MD and CFO, Mahesh Kumar Sharma, my fellow shareholders attending this virtual meet. I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas, speaking from Mumbai. I first of all thank our company secretary and his team for sending me an e-annual report, also registering me, and also the Cape and Tech team giving me this platform to speak, Madam Karisma. Now our working annual report is very good, very informative, adhering to all the norms of corporate governance. A dividend of ₹2 is very good, and I congratulate for all the awards and accolades. I also appreciate the CSR work. Also, good ESG initiation is taken. I would like to know whether you have done a rating of the ESG, and if done, who is the rating agency? Now my queries. Total employees are 18,515. 16.89% of that are women of this total. Now all are attending office every day or alternate day, or whether all have received booster doses and regular testing of the COVID. Second, we have 54,000 plus LA. How many is added in this quarter? How many policies added in the quarter, and from them, how many are term policies, including COVID? How much is our digital online business to total business? Third one, overall, what is our market share in endowment and pension policy? What is done for increasing the same? I have supported all the resolution. I thank you very much for giving me this patient hearing, and I end up saying that we are the guardian of secure tomorrow. I wish you all first good health, because health is wealth. Thank you so much. May God bless.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next speaker, Ms. Vasudha Vikas Dakwe, has not joined the meeting. And our next speaker, Mr. Kirtisha, has also not joined the meeting. Mr. Rajesh Kevalram Chainani has also not joined the meeting currently. Next speaker, Mr. Vikas Chandrakant Dakwe. Mr. Vikas Chandrakant Dakwe. So Mr. Vikas Chandrakant Dakwe has also not joined the meeting. Now move on to the next speaker, Ms. Bharati Saraf. Ms. Bharati Saraf has also not joined the meeting. So I now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Prakashini Ganesh Shinoy. Ms. Prakashini Ganesh Shinoy, we request you to unmute your audio.
Yes, sir.
Kindly continue, ma'am.
Sir, am I audible?
You're audible, ma'am. Kindly continue.
I'm Prakashini Ganesha Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the annual report well in time, which is knowledgeable, informative, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank the company secretary and his team for the same. I should not forget to thank him once again for phoning me and reminding me of the meeting, without which I wouldn't be in a position to speak today. Thank you once again, company secretary. The chairman has given a fair picture regarding the company, its working, etc., etc. Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the outset, I'm thankful to the board for recommending dividend and also doing the excellent work in respect of CSR activities. Sir, I have few questions. My first question is, what is the percentage of women working in our company? My next question is, what shall be the results of the remaining quarters? How are companies planning for the digital future? I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I support wholeheartedly all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. We now move on to our last speaker, Mr. Sanjog Saraf. Mr. Sanjog Saraf. So Mr. Sanjog Saraf has not joined the meeting, sir. So with this, we have completed calling out all the registered speakers who have attended the meeting, sir. Hand over it back to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll just start answering the questions which have been raised before the board and also in this AGM. Well, of course, as far as the women employees are concerned, this was a question by more than one person. So it's actually, the number is 3,127. And it's a, when it comes to claim pertaining to COVID, during the first question was relating to this. The claims pertaining to COVID during the financial year 21-22, as on March 31st, 22, in all there were 28,431 claims aggregating 2,947 crore were reported, out of which claims settled were 28,407, aggregating to 1,939. Status of COVID complaint claims reported during the financial year 22 as of July 31st, 22 also are 28,431, aggregating to 1,947, and claim paid are also, claim settled are also 28,421, aggregating to 1,947. And when it comes to as far as outstanding claims aging is concerned, as on 31st of July 22, within 7 days, claim outstanding with within 7 days are just about 3, 7 to 15 days are 6, and between 15 and 30 days there are 6 claims. 30 to 60 days there are 2. More than 60 days there is only 1 claim. Normally we await the completion of formality, and as soon as the formality is completed, these claims will also be settled. The second question was relating to the reasons for decrease in income from investment. Income from investment has decreased from 32,341 crore to 24,520 crores due to change in the fair value. Fair value change decreased due to lower mark-to-market gains in the unit link segment in financial 22 as compared to previous year. During financial 22, Sensex has increased by 18.3% as against increase of 68% in the previous year. The change in fair value is an offset with the corresponding increase in unit linked liability as it is passed through to the linked policy holders. The investments are made with the strong research recommendation based on the fundamental long-term view and growth potentials. Around 77% of the equity investments are in large cap, Nifty 50 index, and approximately 97%, including central government securities, state government securities, and other approved securities of the rated debt investment are in AAA or equivalent rating for long-term and A1 plus or equivalent rating for short-term instruments. This very clearly indicates that when we are investing, we are very mindful in terms of safety and reliability, and also it is a top-notch asset quality which we ensure. Company is required to follow the investment guidelines as prescribed by IRDAI, and also apart from that, they have got a very strong investment risk management systems and processes. All investment transactions are subject to independent concurrent audit. The third question was relating to why the expenditure on employee remuneration has increased by 21.82% in financial year 22. The employee remuneration increased from 1,491 crore in 21 to 1,816 crore in financial year 22 due to salary increments and increase in number of employees. Number of employees went up from 17,464 to 18,515. And this is essentially required for increased business operations. However, same is not comparable on account of the COVID lockdown, because in the previous year we had some disruption on account of COVID lockdown, so it is actually not comparable. Another question was relating to how many digital policies are sold. 99% of the total policies are digitally sold during the year. 5.5 lakh plus individual protection policies were also sold digitally. Another question was, what are the total number of employees deaths due to COVID-19? Does the company provide any compensation? There were 43 deaths till March 22 due to COVID. And also, the company has got a policy to make payment of fixed amount for a specified duration on account of death of an employee due to COVID. And this differs depending upon the position of the employee in the organizational hierarchy. Number 6 question was relating to if at all ESG rating is done and who is authority. ESG rating is done and it is done by MSCI. And also, we are also in the process of further augmenting the ESG framework in the company, and few initiatives have already taken place, and they are essentially integrated into the CSR theme. And also, we ensure the good corporate governance. Efforts are continuing to integrate ESG into all our business operations, which will help us to raise the corporate transparency, strengthen the risk management, promote stakeholders' engagement, and achieve a sustainable growth while meeting the insurance needs of all our existing and potential customers. There was a question relating to the number of agents. We have got 1,46,000 agents as on 31st of March 22. The employee bonus rate during the year was 10.85%, amounting to 180 crores. Participating policy. Policyholders' bonus for financial year 22 was 1,521 crore, as against 1,396 crore for the financial year 21. As far as the online sales are concerned, our focus is toward improving the sales through online channel. Our website is receiving good leads, but contribution will improve over time. Currently, it is less than 1% of the new business. So with this, I believe that I have answered all the questions which were asked. So before we proceed further, I wish to bring to your notice that in terms of the presence of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, the company had provided to its members the facility to cast their votes electronically, that is through remote e-voting module, and is administered by KFN Technologies on all the resolutions set out in the notice. To facilitate the members who could not cast their votes on the resolution set forth in the notice, they may do so now, availing the e-voting system which is available for 30 minutes from now. Further, I authorize the President and CFO of the company or the Company Secretary to declare the results of the remote e-voting as soon as electronic voting is done at the AGM today. The results will be announced within 2 working days to the stock exchanges as well as disseminated on the website of the company, along with the scrutinizer's report. The same would be duly recorded as part of the proceedings of the AGM. I now thank you all for all your support. With your permission, I propose to call this meeting to an end. Thank you.